Hey, Mike here. I want to talk to you about the stock market and gold today and what is going on in these markets. First, here's the S&P 500, and I believe we're going to pull back essentially, or at least pause for the rest of this month and digest these recent gains that have occurred. The market has gotten extremely overbought. These are oversold, overbought technical indicators, the daily stochastics. You can see that when they've gotten overbought, it's resulted in corrections, and here we are. When they cross below 80, they trigger a sell signal. Well, that's just happened. We've crossed below 80, and today the S&P 500 is poised to gap down this morning. I actually took a short position against the stock market last week in my main trading account. That doesn't mean I think we're in a bear market. This is just a hedge on other positions that I own. But I did take a short position and I sent out an alert to all Wall Street Window Power Investor members as soon as I did it. And that's a position that I'm monitoring every day. I expect to get out of it sometime in the coming weeks, and then to make some new purchases in stocks that I'm watching. And I'm telling the Power Investor members about these stocks. These are stocks I believe have tremendous potential, but are likely to pause or dip and give us a great entry point. So I'm actually excited about the markets, despite me telling you that I do think we are going to witness something of a dip or pullback. And I've been talking about that on my website for free in the stories and headlines I've been writing lately. We have a cliffhanger chart. I wrote that yesterday. Is this a symptom of a short-term top, or are you scared of missing out on more gains? I wouldn't buy stocks right now. I've been relentlessly over the past week trying to warn you about buying anything in this market at this point in time, because I do believe that some sort of pause or pullback is here, and that's great because it brings a good entry point and not something you should be scared of, but it causes problems for people who don't buy correctly. So anyway, let's turn to gold and what I think is going to happen there, because I get lots and lots of emails about gold and gold stocks. This is the HUI Gold Stock Index, and we had a bear market in gold and gold stocks from 2011 till essentially July 2013. In fact, we literally crashed this year, an incredible decline and drop. And since then, we have been watching gold stocks go up and down, and gold itself has done that too. And here's what I want you to keep in mind. You've got to look at stock market moves in the larger context of the big trend. Well, this is stage analysis that I use and you should use too to understand what is going on in a market. And you have 4 stages. You have the stage 2 bull market, you have that stage 3 topping process, a stage 4 bear market, and then in between a bear market and a bull market, you usually get a sideways stage that can last from weeks to months. And this is the 150-day moving average, which in the context of the price action can help us identify immediately where the market is in the big picture of this stage analysis. So if we look at SEA, which is the shipping stock index, let me draw this out for you for a couple years, and you can understand what happened with shipping stocks. As an example, we had a vicious bear market in 2011, and then we essentially went sideways in shipping stocks until the end of last year. It broke out into a new bull market, which is going on right now, and we're getting a pullback in shipping stocks. Essentially what is going on in the financial markets right now is everything all over the world is having a bit of a pullback because everything has essentially went up so much in August and September that when things go up, you look, the Spanish stock market went up 40%. When things go up that much, you often get pauses and short-term dips to recharge things, and that's what's going on. That's what's going on with shipping stocks too. But what I want you to think about is that we had the stage one for shipping stocks, and now we're in a bull market for shipping stocks. And when we look at stage analysis and apply the concept to gold mining stocks, we are in what is essentially a basing phase. And if the HUI clears the high of August of 275, we'll clearly be in a new bull market phase, and that will probably last for several years and bring enormous returns. In fact, if the basing keeps on continuing around where it is now, we may be able to lower the critical pivot point to about 250. Now, if we apply this concept to gold, we can see that gold bottomed around 1200 in July in the panic crash. It fell from 1700 to 1200 in 2013 and is now basing, and maybe 1350 is the critical pivot point, and we're likely to continue to see gold base over the next couple months and break out at some point, probably in the first half of next year, by clearing 1350 or 1400 into a new bull market. What that means is that for now we're seeing up and down moves in gold, in mining stocks, that essentially are fake moves. We can see a move lower with the rest of the world markets pulling back in gold and gold stocks, which will scare people in these markets, which will terrify people, which will cause many people to doubt the gold and gold story and commodity story and get out, and others to just give up and not pay attention anymore. But nothing really will be happening meaningfully, and we'll see these things most likely break out and begin a new bull market next year. So we've got to keep our eyes on these markets. I, in fact, still have some gold, a small gold position, small gold stock position. I'm very much invested in markets all over the world and in things that are already in bull markets, such as the shipping stocks, such as European markets. But we're getting what are short-term pullbacks now in these markets this month. And some of these markets, it really started in October. You can see how the gold stocks actually have been pulling back now for the past 2 weeks or so. And what is now appears to be happening in the S&P 500 is that these markets are starting to pull back now and catch up with what has been going on in markets all over the world. They haven't been pulling back in a big way or anything that should scare you, but what tends to happen in financial markets is that most people do not use pullbacks to buy, because even though those are the times you should buy, most people they get scared when they see something dip, and they get too scared to do anything about it, and they make the mistake of buying after things go up, and they see people on TV get excited. They buy in the top. So over the past few weeks, I have been getting emails from people that just read my free stuff wanting to buy stocks, and I've been telling them in response, don't do it. And I've been writing things on my website saying, wait, and now we're getting the pullback. And I notified Power Investor members last week, look, I'm taking a little short position, so if the market pulls back, this position can make me some money and hedge the pullback that would happen in other positions in my account. And when I make trades, I notify people that are full Power Investor members exactly what I'm doing. I'm notifying them now what I'm researching and preparing to buy, so they're getting the full information. And I just want to tell you what is happening in these markets, and I'm trying to encourage you, I'm trying to discourage you from buying stocks right now, and to be patient and wait for things to come to you. But I also want to tell you that even though I'm saying this, you should not be scared of the market in general. You should not be fearful of a market crash. There is no sign that a bear market is starting on the verge of a giant drop, and a correction in the S&P 500 down to 1720, even down below 1700 to the 150-day moving average, would be a perfectly normal move in a market that is a bull market. It should be something to take advantage of. And I'm going to encourage you over the next couple of weeks to do that. as I give the Power Investor members the full information of what I'm researching and what stocks I'm looking at. And I am looking at commodity stocks. I'm looking at stocks that I believe that are in markets all over the world that I think actually, after a pause here, stand a chance to actually go up 100% afterwards and provide tremendous gains. So I am personally very, very interested and excited about the opportunities that are coming, I believe, in the next couple of weeks to be buying here. So that's an update I want to give you this week, and I'll be talking to you later.